Well, this week, representatives of Ontario will meet with investors in London, Paris, and Germany. That's all in an effort to sell Ontario to the world. Earlier, we had the chance to catch up with its finance minister, Vic Fedeli, and asked him about bond issuance, including how much they hope to raise globally.
We're looking at our investor relations tour here today. We have $36 billion in our bond requirement this year. It's down about 10%, primarily because our deficit is down. And we hope to issue 70 to 80% in Canadian dollars, so 20 to 30%, $7 to $10 billion in other currencies, US dollars, euros, and others.
And obviously, the world is hungry for yield. Can you change your durations to try to satisfy the higher yield needs out there?
Well, we have a mix of yield times, and we've been quite open with all of the fixed income investors about what their requirements are, whether they're looking for a shorter term or a longer term. So we've been very flexible. And one of the things that we've been talking a lot about is our green bond as well. There's a huge appetite for Ontario green bonds, first in Canadian dollars, and as we continue to look at other options.
The green bond market, of course, very well developed in Europe. Are you considering selling them there?
We're talking about it. There are many European fixed income investors who are buying our Canadian green bond, and we just continue to look at what the appetite is as we develop that. We certainly have a tremendous amount of projects in Ontario. When we think about all of the new transit projects and a lot of the new infrastructure, we have more than plenty of projects that will qualify under the Green Bond program, and so I think everybody's excited about that.
Of course, globally, we are seeing this declining yield environment. I'm just wondering how that's affecting your issuance policy, not to mention whether you're prepared to deviate your fiscal track if, for example, we do see a global slowdown affecting Canada.
Well, we've been quite happy with the yields from our side of the perspective so far. They're at their lows, certainly, but we've built a tremendous amount of prudence into our budget. So as things shift worldwide, we know that people continue to look at Ontario as a very calm oasis in a sea of other world issues.
Although, of course, it's an oasis that could be easily buffeted by external forces. What most worries you? We still have trade concerns. We now have mounting concerns about the credit quality in the U.S. market. What are you looking at when you think about your economy?
Well, we know that we'll continue to do the things that we believe are necessary to make Ontario open for business and open for jobs. We froze minimum wage at $14, saved the business community about $880 million. We lowered the WSIB premiums by a third, saving the business community about $1.45 billion. We've continued with introducing things like the accelerated capital cost program, and so we've seen the business community very satisfied with the open for business approach, and they've turned around and created 192,000 jobs in the last year. So we've seen a tremendous success, and we talk a lot about that here as we're meeting the investors.